Well, okay. We we say welcome again to another day of broadcasting. What a sad story. One that we are in. We are within the 11th hour. It's like a ticking time bomb that's ready to go off. And I know other people stepped up, but we don't want this particular story to end in a tragedy. That's why we're here, trying to do everything in a last minute dash effort to see if by all means between now to tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday that Momolu will be able to get out of this place. It's very, very, very sad, and it's very, 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 very disturbing to see what's happening. Now, for those of you who just joined us, who have no clue about this story, in 2023, that was in May, the middle part of May, when Momolu right here was diagnosed with a renal failure. That is, both kidneys died on him. And Liberia, knowing the way our medical system is kind of challenged, poor infrastructure, not that many professionals or healthcare practitioners in the business, response time and all of that, he almost lost his life thanks to the former, president, who was able to, pay for his surgery. Now, Momolu, you see right there on the right, and his little brother, Ahmed, that's Ahmed right here. That's Ahmed. This is Ahmed. He's now 20 years old, and will be turning 20 in a couple of weeks. And Ahmed is living on one kidney. You heard me. He's living on one kidney. Both of them, as a matter of fact, they're living on one kidney. But in order for Momolu, or in order for Momolu right here, for Momolu to have lived, because he would have been dead the past 2.5, 3 years ago. But for him to have been alive today, it was because of his brother Ahmed right here. It was because of Ahmed that Momolu is alive today. Ahmed stepped forward and gave one of his kidneys, to Momolu. He gave one of his kidneys to Momolu in a, story that we all saw what unfolded here when they were here. Now they had to fly to India, both of them. They were both flown to India, and at the hospital there in Delhi, they performed the surgery, and you could see Ahmed, he was cut open on his right side there, and after that happened, he then later on, gave his kidney to his brother, Momolu, and was able to save Momolu's life. They all came back to Africa. They went back to the free port of Monrovia, where they met this lady, which, according to her, was the former president. We asked her to foot the bill. And they all came back, and that's when everything went well, and they both of them now were going about their normal life, following things that they were asked to do. Now, Momolu were to be taking 4 different tablets known as immunosuppressants. Now, the human body, your immune system, every time it sees something that comes different outside the body, the immune system kicks in as a defense mechanism and attacks those foreign objects that come. So even if you got malaria, bacterial infection, viral, once you start getting sick, your immune system kicks in immediately and the release, the white blood cell goes to work and try to attack all those foreign agents. In this case, since he was getting a new kidney that was not part of his body, obviously his body would have rejected, that. So in that case, doctors will give you what's known as immunosuppressants. These tablets will suppress your immune system, and then with the hope that that organ will merge with your body and they all work together to save you. Momolu was not taking his pills in totality. He were to take the Tech 5, the microfilm, the penicillin, and the adopine. He was not taking those pills. He was only taking the microfilm pills. And because of that, his body started to reject his new kidney. You heard me. His body started to reject his new kidney. And he went to Fidelity Hospital. They ran his KFT, that is the kidney function test, and find out that he was in red and has to move faster. He forwarded those records to his doctor in India. And then it's like, man, you're sitting on a time bomb. You need to come quick so you can take this injection and then we get you on the pills and do what we need to do to save save that particular organ. And this is it. Momolu needs not less than 2,500. That is 1,300-400 for the ticket to India, and with an extra $1,000 on him whilst he's there, to go through the procedure and wait to see what's going to happen before he can make another SOS call. And that's the situation that he is in currently. Why was he not taking his pill? Doris wants to know. It was financial problem. And in Liberia here, there's no Liberian living in this country that has kidney transplant. Not one. Only he alone. Because we don't do those things here. So because of that, the pharmacists here were not carrying these drugs. And when he came home with over 1.5 years drugs, and all of that ran out, and they're very expensive drugs. No mother, no father, no stuff, no work, not a good, sleeping place, and all of that, coupled with all the different struggles in this third world Liberia. So he could not lay his hand on the other 3 medication, that is the Tech 5, the penicillin, and the allopurinol. He could not get his hands on them. If he did, sometimes they would come, a friend would send them from India, and it would take forever before it even gets here. But he was constantly taking the microfilm because he could get those ones. Just when he thought everything was okay, he does not need another kidney transplant. He needs to go to India, Slavian, because his kidney is in the rejection process because he's not taking, the medication. So he needs reinforcement. The kind of injections that he has to take for transplant, you can't take it in Liberia. So the guy who performed the surgery, the surgeons in India say he should go now, that it's in this early stage. He got a window of 2 weeks, that if he's not on those injections, not pill, the body could reject the kidney totally. That means his little brother here, Ahmed, that means Ahmed's, donation, or as a donor, what he gave his brother will be in vain. That means the kidney that he gave his brother will be totally in vain. And Ahmed, I just want you to stand and just show your mark. That's all. Just stand right there and let people see where this kidney just lift it up. Okay. So you see, this is where the doctor took out, where they made the incision right there on, just move your hand, just leave it right there. Okay. That's where Ahmed was cut, and they removed his one kidney, that's his little brother right there. So that's Ahmed standing up there, and you see the incision right there on his left side. They took out his kidney, and then they gave it to Momolu. Momolu, you want to show her as well? You see that? And this is where Ahmed's kidney went, right here to Momolu. That's in India. And everything went well. The surgery was a success. Momolu did live because those who followed the story, he was gasping for air on oxygen, and it was not easy for the both of them. His little brother kept holding his hand and crying and crying and crying, and here they are again. Just when they thought everything was over, they came back and were hustling in the hot sun and all of that. No mother, no parent, no uncle, only one of their sisters. It's like all hope were lost. It's a kind of doom and gloomy situation. And so here we are. I see somebody say, let him change his habits. Is he on medication? Follow the story. Yes, he's on medication. There's no habits that are there for him to change because he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. It's the hard time here in Liberia. You have to find a kind of nutrition versus you trying to survive. He has to win. Yes, Chris, he has to win the second time. And so we want to encourage all of you here watching. Your concerns are pretty, great. But we want you to trend here with us and let your trending be positive in the sense that it will yield results. We want your trending to yield results. You can ask the tough questions we will also be there to answer them if you ask those questions. So, again, we're insisting that you try to give us a helping hand. So, see somebody tagging, they've tagged Ella Gador. She said, life really treating you bad, man. How I wish your parents were alive. Yep. Chrysia is tagging Jeremiah. Sokan, God will help you again, brother. So, we have the mobile money number up there. And yesterday we were able to raise around 500 United States dollars. Here we are. If we can even raise $800 more, that's the ticket. We're going to fly him out here and still be begging. So if we are lucky to raise $800 tonight, we can still be able to, we could still be able to do something. So, we're asking all of you to please. We're going to first see tonight who's going to be our first donor. If that $5, there's not too much for you to donate. That's the thing. Akim Johnson. Do you know who is Akim Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. That person wants you to call them later. We will be carrying on a car wash tomorrow by the grace of God. So if anyone is interested, please let us know. That's Ronell, right? I don't know. Ronell, let us know. We can join you people as well. Yes, Sarah, he will survive recovery, but how does he survive if he needs Daisy Ricks? He needs 800 United States dollars to get out of here as soon as possible to save his life. 800 United States. Yesterday, we were able to raise around 500 United States dollars. And if he gets 800, that's the ticket money. He could fly out of here ASAP while we're discussing, and God will really make a way again and all of that. But God would just not get up and make a way if he is not getting the kind of financial help. Daisy Ricks wants you to accept her friend request on her old account. Okay, she's not on the other account again. And guys, we're over 200 here. First thing I'm asking all 200 of you that are on here to please share the video. What is the recipient name, please? Angel Ongi. Please give her the recipient name. It's Kwame Oldpa Weeks. And only use the numbers that you see that we put up there. The numbers that we put up there are the numbers that are working for mobile money. Those are the only numbers that are working outside there. Ahmed is my friend. Let me see. Okay. Daisy Rick said, okay. Franklin Padmo sent him $40 US to me. I will add another 100 to it, and I am telling to my brothers here, by tomorrow he will hear from me. Let him accept my request. So you heard that, right? We'll call you tomorrow morning to make my little contribution. That's Cecilia Clark, 122. Says Cecilia, that's where you eating alone. Say you put on the police uniform and you don't get my town. Ali call me one day, say, my man, let go eat Kobo Smosa. That's says Cecilia Clark, a very, very powerful, strong woman who's been fighting for women's and kids' rights. So Mr. Weeks kind of put his number here. His number is already in the in the broadcast. My family and I are praying for him. Yesterday I did send $10. Yeah, we received your $10, Mama. We received your $10. That's crazy. The fact that you're even thinking about us is a good thing. So we have 200 and almost 30 persons watching. And I want to say thanks to all of you yesterday. You guys shared this video so bad that it's almost going to 1K, you know? And in order for this to go viral, because you never know who's going to watch this video. And that's the beauty of social media. You can't tell who's going to watch it. And then once they watch it, you know, because you shared it, it might be you the one who were even buying the ticket. Okay. It might be you the one who buying the ticket. Okay. Yo. Please write $100. She says she sent. Yo. Can you say where you sent the money? If it is told in mobile money app, but she says she sent 100 United States dollars. Okay, 100 for her. Sisi Clark, Sisi Ala iti alo, woman can't talk. Okay, on the Cash App, she said $100. Okay, all right. So she just sent $100 on the Cash App. And for those of you who want to do Cash App now, please write gift, GIFT. I'll hold your foot. Okay? So we have our first $100 donation. Thank you so much. She says she sent $100 on the Cash App. Also, if you made a donation yesterday, we received it. Everything was okay. We checked everything confirmed. If you send in a donation today, please note that you're making your donation. Because I saw Chris, she says she made $10. It was yesterday $10, not today's $10. Please. So please, we want to encourage all of you who are watching here to please, let me tag my brother Bottom. I would tag Nino, and I would tag who else? Everybody that I tag, please, Vivian, if I tag you, please. So Regina Gayflow, $40, right? $40 for her. And Angel on Guide, $50. Angel, where did you send the $50? If you send the money, say Sendwave or Cash App, write gift, GIFT. If it is Sendwave, just say SW, please. It's important because we're receiving money on his account and ours. So, but write $50 for Angel on Guide or on Giddy, maybe. But I'm just pronouncing it the Liberian way. Okay, she sent it on Sendwave. All right. Thank you so much, sweetie. God bless your heart. Buzz, please extend my greetings to Ahmed. He don't know my Chris name, but he knows my Polo name. Tell him Polo say hi. You know Polo? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so Alice, destined for greatness. Allison says, wow, God is going to do his work in your life, my brother. Nothing, absolutely nothing is difficult for him to do. Keep the faith going. Great one. So if you're watching, we're over 200. I said, please, let's all 200 of us, let all 200 of us try to share this video. And maybe if we did, this video could go viral. And then, okay. So I'm going to send $15 US before 10 p.m. That's Chris. So write $15 for Sis Chris Zia. And she says she's going to send $15 before 10 p.m. So I just want all of you here, one thing, those of you that are trending, hit the heart button. When you hit the heart button, the next thing you can do for us again is, if you're hitting that particular button, then you can share. You can share, because we're going to need you to share the video. Whatever you're doing, we're going to need you to share the video. Daisy Ricks. I started following this story when I was in Liberia. Your little brother is a hero. Wow. That's from Yayo. I just raised another 20 for him. We'll send all together by tonight or tomorrow. 160 now. That's from Daisy. She says she will send you, that information, $160. So that's it. Let me do my share, because I can, we say save him. Let me do my own share. Okay. Chris is a he, not a she. Thank you, Chris. Rebecca Harris sending that love emoji. So I just shared speedy recovery. HR Young. Yeah, recovery will not be speedy if we don't, do our parts. So we're only 95 shares, guys, and we're over 200. How? So please, yeah. The angel said, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Just keep the faith, hero. It's a tough one. Again, let's keep hitting the hearts and the other emoji. Lila Kwesi is trending with us. My beautiful albino sister, who called me yesterday and was fussing with me. She will be getting her bachelor's degree, I think either in medicine or what, but wish her all the best. You can be whatever they refer to you as a minority, but that girl is very smart, and you fight. She will not take no for an answer. So we have Denzel Danishas Sorry. He said he will send 300 United States by next week, Friday, by God's grace. Thank you for this live streaming. So Denzel, please, when we are raising money like this, please say who you will send the money to and where, so that in case next week Friday comes and maybe times are tough and you didn't send it, then the person who is the beneficiary can also verify that you didn't send the money. So please, I just for safety purposes. Thank you so much, Denishas, for Denzel. Thanks for wanting to help. Please, so mark him 300 US next week Friday. Next week Friday will be what date? Find the date first. Let me know as soon as possible. Okay. Evelyn Fala, she said, El Roi. That is the name for God. Jesus, please show your son mercy and heal him. Simeon Johnson says, good evening, big brother. Joyful fam, she just sent $20 US on mobile money. Thank you so much for Mata Sunny. And I just want to be very emphatic and put out a caveat. Oh, he said this Friday. This Friday. All right. The mobile money number is there. Let me just reiterate that. I'm sending the information to you right now. Since you said this Friday, then you could send it right here. 886-035-170. Thanks for the clarity, my dear brother. All right. There you have the number, Denzel. I'm okay. The find where people need. You get Sorry, that's the only thing looks Liberian. But you got Denzel, then you get Denisius. So it's like, just kidding. Denzel, I sent you the number, the mobile money number. So this Friday. Thank you so much. God bless your heart, Denzel. Okay. Let me send you the Cash App. Yeah, go ahead. So, what his name wants to use the bathroom. I'm sending you the Cash App information now. So Momolu's going to the bathroom. So please use gift, GIFT. So Love Bessie, I just sent you the information. Love Bessie. So Winifred said, she said, Father, please have mercy on our brother Momolu and heal him. He's already healed. Cole, I just sent you the Cash App information. Denzel, thank you as well. Mercy Gay just joined us. Guys, we're 279 persons watching. Whoa, that's huge. And I'm coming to check y'all. Y'all know I know how to check y'all to know how many persons have shared. Because me, I'm on your back to net for sharing. If you don't share, Okay, so we have 137 shares. And that is not good. So Collie just sent $28. Okay. Bring hand sanitizer. Miss Johnson says, my brother, God is with you. 137 shares. This is not fair enough, guys. This is not fair enough. Okay, whilst we're doing that, just for our new viewers, let me recap for you. So, this is Momolu right here. That's Momolu. This is Momolu. Ellen Ball, so that's why I'm about to share this for you, Ellen. So Ellen, this is Momolu. In 2023, right?
Yes.
In 2023, that was in May, Ellen, and this is for you, Ellen Ball, and all of those who have just joined us. In 2023, he had kidney failure, just to go fast. Both kidneys died. And he was, on oxygen and fighting for his life. And because of how he was helping, he's like a community organizer. The kids believe in him. He's doing a whole lot for them. And boom, as a community organizer, children, girls were doing car wash, all kinds of stuff to save his life. When we heard the story, we went at Fidelity Hospital, asked the hospital there, and they granted us okay to film on what would have been his dying bed. And then the doctor said that he needed to leave the country to get a new kidney. When everything was okay, I think the one lady, she said through the former president, they offered to pay for the surgery that will give him the kidney. But government don't give you kidney now. Someone has to step up to donate one of their kidneys. In that light, this is his little brother, Ahmed. Ahmed was 18 then, and it was Ahmed who stepped up and offered to give him one of his kidneys. Both of them will now fly to India. Both of them flew to India, where the surgery was performed, and Momolu got one of his brother's kidneys. So one of this guy's organ is now what's saving this guy. Now, when they came back, Momolu came back with almost close to a year and a half medication, 4 different medications, the Tec-5, the Micropene, the Penicillin, and the Allopine. But then he ran out of 3 of the other drugs, and he was only taking one because of financial problem, hardship, both parents dead, no uncle, aunties, only one of their sisters who's stepping up to the plate for them, and all of that. So based upon that, that's when he, just last week, he started feeling funny, a little bit heavy, erratic peeing. He would pee at times he won't pee good. Tongue started, tasting all kinds of way. And then boom. You could see his facial expression. He went to Fidelity Hospital, ran the test, and they showed that his body was rejecting his kidney. His body was rejecting his kidney. Jacqueline Noel, $25 for CashApp. Please, CashApp, please write gift, GIFT, okay? Please. And he found out that his body was rejecting his new kidney because he was not taking those pills. And those pills are known as immunosuppressants. Immunosuppressants. So you can look them up. IMMUNO. Those were the pills. That's what he was taking. And because he was not taking that, his body started to attack this new organ in his body. And so that's the situation we're facing here. Let me snap Momolu's mic back on. Okay. So that's where we are. Now his body starts to attack, and he has to go in for, after that, those results came out, and he forwarded them to his doctor in India. The doctor told him that, look, if you're not back here within a week, then you have to get on dialysis immediately. And going on dialysis here in Liberia is like a death sentence. I'm just being honest with you. Because you need $295 every week, United States dollars. Every freaking week God sent. And if you don't have the $295, you go in there. Some of the nurses at this dialysis center in JFK, They're so good. They're so nice. They're so passionate. They're so God-fearing. They will not send you home, but they will tell you, say, find $30, find $25. So you tell them, say, only $25 you get, they'll give you $25 treatment. And they will put your rice here, but only clear soup, no meat will be on top of it. That's just how it will look. So if you go there and you're supposed to pay $95 for that full section, and you get them $40, they will not tell you go. They will put small, they will mix your thinner with small little thinner, and just mix it just to keep you alive. So that means if that day they were supposed to draw the impurities, all the bad water, the bad this, all those toxin, if they're supposed to remove 100% of the toxin from your body, because the dialysis cannot do it 100%. So maybe they will be taking 90%. But if your kidneys were working, your kidney has the ability to, to filtrate all those bad toxins out, because it's what God created. That's why they say keep the kidney floating. You got to drink a lot of water, and we don't have the kind of technology. And so with all of that, they will only give you small itty kidney treatment. And then gradually you will have these toxins build up. And at the end of the day, you get up one money, you'll be gasping for air, and that's going to be your portion. Please hit the button. Look at the question somebody asking Viliga. What kind of question is that? She said, does he has the cup? We're talking about getting money for the man to move, right? He's talking about cup, so he will make sure to know the right kind of medicine. The man know the right kind of medicine. Just the medicine is not here. So I don't know how the cup is important, but anyway, that's why it's called social media, and everybody can trend. No statement, no comment is a stupid comment on social media. Thanks for your comment, Viliga, but just to tell you, yes, he knows all the medicines are in the cup. Only one he has. Nobody in Liberia, $15 from Yasa. Nobody in Liberia is living on one kidney. So far, maybe I might be wrong, but the only two persons living on one kidney. They're both right here, two of them. And Ahmed is not on medication, right?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay, so Ahmed is not taking medication. What did the doctor say Ahmed should do?
Drink enough water.
Yeah. So the doctor told him to drink enough water, and avoid heavy lifting to not put strain on his kidney. And he's very young, and he can survive on that, and he's doing good. And since he came back, no complication, nothing, right? Okay. So Ahmed is fine. That's what's supposed to happen. But imagine Kwame Weeks here. I don't know, even if I able to Gabby one of my kidney. Yeah, the thing about do that's about it. Just that Liberia is a sick country. The whole world, any other normal country, these two stories, especially Ahmed right here, the Ministry of Health, everybody and all should be, handling. The government should be paying his school fees. He should be like a role model, speaking to other people on just how they should help take care of their kidneys. Just that topic alone. He could tell everywhere you go, live for his shirt. Say, look, today I live. You see the mark here? They took out one of my kidneys. Which one of you? And you can encourage people to donate their organ, one of their organs. And because but that's not the case. That's not the case. He's just what it's name on here. Denzel said, Mamalo, my wife and I shall lift you up in prayers as well. I want you to know that you are special and God's got you standing for a reason. This too shall pass. God did it before. He will surely do it again. I believe it, and so should you. It is well, brother. God is the greatest. Always remember. Okay, that's coming from Denzel. Denzel is the same one who promised to send 300 United States dollars this coming Friday, according to him. Denzel Danishas Sayi. He has a verified account. I have, Ellen, I have the 2511 number. I do have it, but when you send money, it will bounce back because that account, Sendwave, when you receive maybe $2,000 in a month, for example, and you have to let the month end. So tomorrow morning I'll call them to reactivate it. So, but you can send to those numbers that I sent to you. It's up there. Can somebody give the number to Ellen, Sis Ellen, for me? Please, something. $25 US coming from Kawu. She did that earlier. All right. Yeah, it's restricted now. Thank you, Joyce. Joyce, I don't know why you separate your CE from the recipe. Is there a reason? Yeah. So please, if you're sending money to that account, please use the other number. Please, guys, don't send money to my 511 number now. Please use this number plus 231-886-03-5170. Still the same Kwame Weeks, the same thing. That's my same number for years. Or you send it to this other number, 231-881-414115. All of these numbers are working. Okay? Please. I see someone try to send me money here and it bounced back. Please don't. I hold your foot. We rather need the money. Please try again if you're watching. Oh, Sis Caroline Swoop has just joined us. Rooster LIB, my lost and found brother from Thailand. Great guy. I don't know. All of a sudden, you just went cold on me, Rooster. That's not cool. He says, good morning from Southeast Asia, Bangkok, Thailand. Honorable Weeks, it's always good to be on your show. Rooster, I know what you're capable of. Please help this kid to save his life. He's living on one kidney. He's living on one kidney right here. Honorable Trocon said he will send $50 tomorrow on my mobile. So separate the will from the now, okay? It's very important when you're raising money in the Liberian community, just to save your face. And, I just wanted to sound this caveat at the same time, because we're going to carry this live for another 30 more minutes, because we want to bring more people on so they can donate. It's all about donation. Okay, so Ellen just sent 150 United States dollars. Ellen Ball. She just sent 150 United States dollars. What do you have in the bag there?
It's on tablets, the one I can take.
Let's see there.
And we
Let's see. What are these?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you see, that's the microphenolic acid delayed release tablets. That's the ones you take?
Yes. That's the microfilm. American is 360.
They sell them here?
No, it's not here.
So this is what he takes. Yeah, but that was the only one you've been taking.
Yeah, this is the one I've been taking.
And there were other 3 major ones missing.
Yeah, the Tech 5, the Peninsula, and then the Abu Dhabi.
Wow. Huh? Oh my gosh. So you'll see the country we have and why all of us need to work together. Look at this important program, and you have about 300 persons watching. If you go now as I speak, if you go on Spoon, where you hear people talking nonsense, they cussing one another, no disrespect to Spoon, even though people have to put out this stuff, but it is always about getting the next guy. All the political shows are not there to, okay, if you say this minister did some corruption, how can we change? But they will go there and grab this one minister and beat him up. And then that day, everybody feels good. And then they go back the next day, they attack this other person. That person attacks the other person. But when it comes to these kind of things, like human interest journalism, how we fight. And at times, don't get me wrong, people's lives have been saved on Spoon as well. Stanton has been very, very good at, working with the community. But I think as role models or people who follow us in this place, our goal is to fight to help to change Liberia and make it a better place, livable. If you were in the United States of America and you went to get a driver license, they will ask you if you want to make a donation or don't you want to be a donor. If you say, okay, you're right, they see liver, heart, kidney, this, that. Because when you die in an accident, people just go on the spot, they look behind your driver license, they verify with, Secretary of State, boom, without permission from your people, they'll start harvesting your organs. And they're not going to do that if they don't know that, yes, you are a vegetable or you're going to die or you're terminal. These are systems that work, but that's not the case. He is supposed to be on those immunosuppressant for the rest of his life. Until God calls him, he cannot stop taking those pills. Yeah. Or else when he stops, his natural immune system will kick in and then rejection will happen. That's what's happening now. White people, they're not like us. Science is not like us. We don't, science is different from, the pastor telling you, go home, God will heal you. Science gave it as that. Say about Samson. The medicine is expensive, but for now, it's not the medicine that he needs. His kidney is being rejected as we speak. So he has to go back to India, and the doctors will have to give him these injections. If he has to go on an operation, if certain part is destroyed or whatever, I don't know. I'm not a medical expert, but he has to go and get these injections fast, to scare his immune system from working and then let him start to work. Joseph Ketter, he said, yes, Mr. Weeks, you are right. When you go to get your driver's license, they ask if you would like to register as an organ donor. If you choose to be a donor and something happens to you, medical professionals may recover your organs for transplant according to your consent. Yes, Joseph. I know, because I've went to that shit scared me. When I went to go get my driver license from the Secretary of State, and they asked me if I could register as a donor. I said, "Who ya can go?" My uncle gave his whole body because he's type 2 diabetic, but his own diabetes is so rare. 1 in a million. Every minute the man just joking his stomach, all his side, this, that he carry. If that man comes to Liberia, he would die. Not only one day, because he goes in shock and this, that. Only America he can stay in. He'll be walking with a whole bag on his back. So needles, all kind of things, insulin there. So imagine that man. He said, I don't care what the family then want to say, they can stay, but I'm not coming back in that country. So it's not easy. Health is wealth. People tell you, pay attention to your health. And in Liberia, for your little brother to stand up and say, okay, I will give you 1 kidney. And, there were some people who at the time, oh yeah, we'll have the man. If my blood can match, I will give kidney and this and that. When the reality kid didn't show up. So it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. And thanks for those of you who are tapping the love emojis going up. I will be on your neck. I see Nino Brown is going live. Let me go follow him and tell him to. Let me see him. Please come on my show. Okay, let me tell Nino. Please come on my show. Urgent. We need you now. Tell your audience you're gonna be back. All right. So we're trying to send this message to Nino Brown to see. Jamina Jarma Cisco. She said, is this the will of God? I don't know. Christians believe whatever happens, it's the will of God. I don't know how people measure will of God, but people, that's something that is debatable to ask what is actually the will of God. And you can ask yourself, what is actually the will of God. I feel for both of them, especially the little brother. This is not what he expected. Yeah. So most people, based on tradition and the different context, but for Christianity, based on the Bible, will of God will be God's moral will. And that's what we're seeing here. And then he has this sovereign will. So what is God's moral will? It's how people are meant to live, So if you love God, you have to love others. And, you have to act justly. You got to show mercy. You have to forgive and all of that. And you have to pursue holiness. But God's sovereign will, the idea that God is ultimately governs history and events, and even when humans don't understand and things happen. So you find Christians, saying God's will is to bring people into love and relationship with him and then restore those broken things. It differs. when it comes to Islam. With Islam is submission. You have to submit. The word Islam itself means submission. So you have to live by the divine grace and all of these different things. So it differs as to what you term as will of God. But whatever your definition is, since it is a broader perspective, and no, it's not a one size fits all situation. It depends on what you take will to be. If I lost your entire family and only you alone left, so say there was a war and the bomb dropped on the building and you got all your family, every cousin, mom, pa, everybody, and you the only one that survived, is that the will of God? I don't know. Then you stand by someone who is not a believer of deism. He's an atheist or paganist or somebody who'd be like, if God is that powerful, why would he want to kill everybody and just leave you alone? So it's a tough one. But like Kaul Loves Busy says, you're in my prayer. We pray that all goes well. And may God be, our sole provider as we fight for survival, as we fight to stay alive, as we fight in this turbulent world. Living in Liberia alone is like living in hell, even though there are a lot of beautiful things to watch. But the mentality and the mindset of the people, you cannot isolate yourself from all of these things. You go to hospitals in other countries and you see how you're treated. You come to hospitals in your own country and you see how it's more like you're into a mechanic shop. They're knocking stuff. People are guessing on human beings and, the system moves on. Those who are the bourgeois, they get to fly out and do their quick checkup. They got, I'm going to Lebanon for a checkup. And the thing is news. One big minister, big shot, gets up. I'm going to Cleveland Clinic in Ohio to do my checkup. I'm going to Cuba to do my checkup. I'm going to Ghana for a checkup. Ghana they're eating our money every day because all our officials are there doing their checkups. If you look in Minnesota, for example, the healthcare sector, the Liberian are one of the, if not the best when it comes to, physical healthcare. And the white people who they render these healthcare to in the diaspora always praise the Liberian healthcare giver. So if a Liberian was working in hospice, that Liberian nurse will be right there comforting that person before they die. Because before you go to hospice, you got to be terminal. The 511 is not working, but the ones, please send the number to Caroline Swap. Pay attention. And you will find those nurses giving all their care. That's why they have a Liberian holiday in Minnesota and, Liberian day off or whatever they call it. It's a good thing because of the level of care and sophistications the Liberian nurses and healthcare practitioners, they put in their work. They pay attention to details. And then those of you who said, can any good thing come from Galilee? Yes. If Liberians can provide that kind of state-of-the-art healthcare in America and be praised, why the ones here can't do the same? You're even sick and dying. You want to go in the delivery room. You see how the midwives will be slapping these. There will be some places they will whip these, pregnant women with cane, with a kind of ritual. Said, when you beat them, then they will be able to push the baby. Not knowing. I mean, they inflict these pains. I hear all kinds of sad stories, and this is not good. Let's read this comment coming from Vinette, right? She said, Father God, you know what your child is going through at the time. We're calling on you for divine healing, Lord. Wrap your blood, sacred hands around him now, Father God, and heal him of his kidney. We ask you to tell you thanks in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. We believe all of that, says Vinette. But now God has shown us the way. It was God who made his little brother convinced, to give his kidney, to be that brave enough. It was God up to this point. And all we need now is to raise this little change to get him out of this country ASAP. Get him out of this country ASAP. It's either we do it now or never. Well, again, if you were joining us, we got a couple of minutes to go. Affliction will not arise from the second time. Thank you so much, Ehua. Thank you so much. Please, we want to encourage all of you that are watching that in the broadcast, we have Momolu's 2 numbers are there. The Lone Star, you can call him direct. And the orange, it's for WhatsApp. It's for WhatsApp. Let me go back. Justina Tar says, amen. It's 9:26. Let me go back to where we have, let me see. Thank you too, Vinette. Let me go to where we see, the little brother is so nice and I feel his pain. We will support you, brother, in the name of God, inshallah. Let God be praised. That's coming from Lisa. Lisa, thank you, Lisa. Call fat. Let's see. And I don't want y'all to make me shame, guys. I don't want y'all to make me shame. Please do not make me shame. Please do not make me shame. I owe you a full. Let me see how many persons. Okay, we got 203 shares. That's not too bad. I will not make flower with y'all. In my, okay. Grace, $60. Thank you, Sister Grace. In my LIB colloquia, I will not make flower with y'all. Yo, thank you, my people, for the small mayo sending you. Crazy, Miss always, I just insisted that as my own contribution. And it said, we say as she thought. Then this one from Dudu. So Dudu say, sorry, brother, God will help you. But you now want me to let me. Then Lorena say, Grace, thank you. Thank you. Because if you speak the Liberian colloquial, you don't have O, then it's not there. Let me read this comment from Rondra Scopo. He said, hey, the brother then was related to some kind of big man official. Let me read it here. The brother then was related to some kind of big official. Even the Ministry of Health, by now the medication will be available in Liberia. But unfortunately, Where you say, but unfortunately, that is not the case, so I be your pinya, my little brother. I pray that God will find help if you need it. Poverty can make people question and regret everything that concerns their life. Oh, the leader says, can you please send me the Sendwave info? We'll send something when I get off work. So please send it to Biliga Tika. Senator says Biliga Tika Johnson. Beautiful name. I have brothers like you too. This just breaks my heart. Then you are say, I'm feeding for the little girl me. Okay. So Caroline said she sent $100. Okay. Caroline Swoop. Caroline Swoop. Caroline has been so good to this platform, and she's been so helpful. Guys, it's 9:30, and we will be closing at 9:40. 9:40. Denzel said, do you have a GoFundMe creator? If not, you mind me creating one to help raise some funds for you? Yes, Denzel. Anything works. Go ahead. You want me to send you the write-up? I will send it to you. $1, $3. Anybody can help, Denzel. Please work it out. I will send what his name information, and let's work it up, and then you can do the GoFundMe. I can send you the full write-up. I can send you other videos from way back and all of that, all the information you need. Because we don't know when he gets to India, what will be every little drop in the bucket is worth. Let's work together. Let's work together, Denzel. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brother Denzel. So, yeah, everybody click that. That's a good thing. Your click on the Denzel's comment for the GoFundMe. And Liberians, most of you now GoFundMe to take tax. So when you donate $100 and maybe the people will receive 85 or something and they take tax, then you say, oh no, American companies are American companies. Like somebody was trying to subscribe to my Facebook page and all of that. So I said, well, my man, the money got to go to Facebook before Facebook send it to me. So, and I did that you say, oh, we don't trust your bank there in Labrador, Facebook bank, get Labrador, get what it's in it. So please, I encourage you to please, do, please do all you can. Thank you as well. And so you will have all the write-up and the pictures. I will take picture of their scars and everything and send it to you right away from here. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's Lorena says, even Momolu will reach out and give more information. Yep. So it's a teamwork. Let's get it done. What we say in Detroit, let's get it did. That's street talk. Let's get it did. Girl, is you crazy? So let's see what we have. I want to see the verdict. 215 shares. That's not too bad. 215 shares. Bennett say, I will not give that consent for my organs to be donated. What if you were in an accident and they brought you to the hospital? They're not going to try to save you. Come on, Bennett. Stop thinking like that. White people don't lie. They're not like us. White people are perfect. I say they don't have crogo. They ain't got rogue. They ain't got this, but they are perfect. And the white man can, what would I say, be checking and this and that. White man born today, they tell the children and you will die. The reason why you see all the rape cases in Liberia, because our parents are scared to show the child when the girl is getting big, You know, in the white man would tell the little girl, that before you right there is your vagina. Don't let nobody touch it. You are this, you are that. But that's not us. We don't want to tell the children. We even give the thing different name and say, that your tata, that your, that your nunu care. All kind of lala nina will be given instead of telling the child, this is the name. Nobody can touch you. If anybody touches you, it's wrong. You cannot have sex till you are 18 years old. So we have all of these things. And that's why you see giving organs and things that's what you'll be scared of. America, they will not go just start harvesting your organs when they know that you're not terminal, and you say, oh, they will not check you. That in Liberia now, there was something like Liberia, when you go to a hospital, they want to know your status, whether you be government man, you did that before. But you go to the ICU, emergency in America, you can be broke, you can be smelling, you can be zogo, everything. So where people will start saving your life. You can even shoot 1,000 person and they shoot you your whole and people know in the ICU that you the one just coming from killing all the people. They will still fight to save your life. But not only in Liberia, we hide the truth and expect to be saved. That's why you see the whole country on prosperity. You can go to the pastor, he lie to you, and tell you, say, yeah, tap, we do receive tap. Oh, my baby Ellen Eastman, she's trending with us. But Errata, I'm not lying. We hide everything. And we hide everything. We hide everything from our children so that at the end of the day, they never get taught things. So, like, for example, we say, okay, Liberian schools, they say, okay, they don't teach fire drill. But then when the children get stuck in a car or in a house where you see, or at the stadium where there is a stampede, there's fire, they don't know how to come outside because we feel that we'll never get in that situation. Yes, we can get into it. You got one teacher who teach from first grade all the way to 12th grade. The teacher never crossed Sierra Leone. He never went to even Ganta before. Point Maria Reyes see all the hardship and he want teaching all that student and all his depression. When we were coming up, we had also white teachers teaching us Peace Corps. So when we see them coming, when we know they have that condescending thing, when white man is talking to me, I know you're talking because you feel, you're superior than my race. I'll check you straight. Same way with my daughters and people and stuff. Like everything that happening for majority of the Liberians in America is by mistake. If war were not going to come into Liberia, you would struggle to go to the United States if you were not part of the elite. But we were lucky from refugee camps and all these different places. We had to make it. So it's the reality of life. In Momoludan's situation, like, that's why the whole country, why they not celebrating Ahmed? If this was Ghana, Guinea, with this kind of story, Nigeria, you see Davido, one of these people then jump up straight. His surgery was paid for, according to the lady who paid for the surgery. She said it was the former president who asked her to pay for his surgery. And this platform, we don't talk politics here, so you don't even see me mentioning the former president name here. I just say former president. Could be Ellen, could be Wia, could be Josephine Rawa, could be anybody. But because here, no politics. We say it raw as it is. You come here, you challenge us, we'll go to Google and correct you. Or we correct you based on the knowledge we have. We're not going to condemn your statement outright, but we will tell you exactly what it is. And because those of you who come here, majority they're from the diaspora. They work hard for their money and they come out here and they get it. If it were not because of you out there, how will Momolu then even survive? How will she's not here. Their sister who usually be with them, she's not here today. So please, guys, we're looking forward to all of you helping us. We got only one more minute to go on this broadcast, and we want to say thanks to all of you. Kaula Besa said, Lorena Seba Harris, you're such a darling. I see you appreciating everyone in every way. You're on the move for him. Wow, I appreciate you too. Thank God. God will bless you too. That's Lorena Seba Harris. Who's Lorena?
She was one of my big sister in Ghana.
Okay. Shout out to you, Lorena. We love you. So we pray that Momolu will go and get his medication, and we're going to fight. We're going to fight. We're going to fight, and see how best, what we can do to get him on his feet, back on his feet. Okay. Well, we just want to thank all of you for watching. It was so nice. Tomorrow night will be our final broadcast because we're expecting his visa to come out. We send the passport. We expect the visa tomorrow to apply for it, and maybe we'll get the visa on Tuesday. We will talk to Ali. Let me call Ali live on camera and see if he's up. No, it's 10 now. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It's about 4, 5, so let's not disturb him. That's not. Sato Dek. That's a beautiful name. Thanks so much, Mr. Weeks. May God help him through. Thank you so much. Viliga says she's sending prayer. God is in control. Just have faith. Thank you, Viliga. Josephine Lord said, it is well. God is with you, my brother. You aren't alone with that crying emoji. Well, again, we want to say thanks to all of you. With a short notice, we're going to be out here tomorrow again, crying on you to make sure that Momolu before Friday or Saturday, we want to be calling and let him give us the good news that he's in India. This time he's not flying with oxygen on his mouth. He's not going to India to go be signing all these long paper and waiting time. His records are there. Once he puts everything in, all that information will be. Please don't forget to send the info. Momolu, you know how to reach me, brother. Once it's created, the link will be shared for us to populate it and do something. That's from the Zelle. Okay, send the number to Justina Tar, please. Send it to her. Now they send Sendwave information. Momolu number is tagged in there. So send it to her. Be strong, my brother. We all with you in prayer, humble man. God to see you through. Guys, I just want to say thanks to all of you that are trending here. Those of you who've been here since we started the broadcast, you kept hanging out here. See Christopher Gayflaw, and the rest of all of you who've been trending with us. I want to say thanks. Tomorrow will be our final broadcast here on Momolu's case. Sam King says, thank you, Mr. Weeks. You're really doing well with your platform. Pray God will bless you and touch him to get better. Yes, Sam, we're fighting. Even though we don't get paid, but that's it. We'll do this work and with the hope that things get better one day in our country, inshallah. God bless you. Take care and goodbye. Bye-bye. Good night.